And I guess we're live. Well, I hope this is working. I hope we'll know. Or we won't know. Maybe I'll never know. Maybe I'll never know if it's working. This is a last minute impromptu little open chat session. No guests. Just me, just opening some stuff that I've had sitting here that I wanted to open. So I figured I'd do a quick little open chat and maybe chat with some folks. Maybe not. Maybe I'll just sit here, open stuff, talk about it as I open it. We'll see what happens. But hopefully this is working fine. So, yeah. Trying to think what I should start with. Let's start small. Not small. The things I'm less excited about. But I picked up because I wanted, obviously. But I mean, this I got just because it was ridiculously cheap on sale at GameStop, and I couldn't pass up getting this figure for well, we do have folks. Hello, Rob. Thanks for joining the this little impromptu open chat session. I hope you're having a good evening. We're just going to be opening some stuff. You have any questions, any comments about anything? Let me know. But as I was saying, this I got on clearance at GameStop for like $7 for a 25, no, more than a $25 figure. I think the original SRP for this would have been like 26, 27. So yeah, I couldn't turn down getting a KX security droid for less than $10. So let's go ahead and get this open. I'm going to move this out of the way. I'll need that later for some stuff. This isn't going to be a terribly long open chat session, I don't believe. We'll see. I mean, there's a few things that are sitting here. Let's get that out of the way. Open this thing up. I mean, this KX droid, obviously we saw this K2SO in its original release. But thanks to the Jedi Survivor Fallen Order games, now the appearances in more live action, they are really getting to use this mold again and again, and that's fine. Also going to be some of the last of the plastic-free packaging. Bid adieu to this soon. Okay, what do we have for accessories that I do not want to forget in the bags? Let's see what he comes with. Now he's got a backpack. There's his backpack. Oh, we got finicky bits. We'll have to deal with. Okay. You know, it's certainly grown on me. I do like the ability if I'm buying from a store, particularly if it's a character with paint job, particularly if they have eyes. I do like to compare and get the one with the best application on the paint, because it does vary. If you're mail ordering this stuff, obviously you're gonna get whatever you get. So the plastic-free packaging is fine for that, but I will enjoy having the plastic packaging back just to be able to do that comparison for in person. But yeah, I'll miss the tissue paper and its printing when that goes away. But yeah, I mean, I know that some folks, like I know Mike Case loves the plastic free, so the accessories don't get all bent up. Oh, this thing is just not wanting to come out of here. Slide it out that way. Slide it out that way. I think he just opened something that had a bent lightsaber in it, so he's already mourning the loss. and the return to that plastic-free, return to the plastic packaging, I should say. I think it was the Ezra. I think he got the Ezra from the new Ahsoka line, which is back in the plastic packaging, and it was a bit bent. Oh, I'm going to need that photo. Okay, so... hey, Justin. Welcome for joining. I enjoyed it. The show is certainly growing on me. Not that I disliked it. Or have disliked it so far. They did not have a good photo of how this is supposed to attach, do they? I mean, this looks like it's supposed to be strung through his arms, right? But it certainly doesn't show it on there. Like, where is that supposed to go? Well, the backpack goes on that way. Something like that. So no, I mean, I enjoyed the flashbacks to the Clone Wars. I thought it went a long way in explaining sort of the portrayal of Ahsoka so far, and the sort of emotionally distant and reserved version we're getting. Also, she's an adult. It's not going to be the same bubbly, energetic kid from the Clone Wars series. So everyone sort of a bit disappointed in the performance that way. It's like, well, you're different as an adult than you were as a kid. But I think this episode certainly sets up a return to... I'm going to figure those things out figure those out later. Yeah. Is it going through the wrist? Is that what it's showing? I have no idea where they're stringing this thing through. I think maybe through the shoulder, and that doesn't reach the wrist, does it? Oh, okay. Well, that is a little more helpful. I thought you actually had to remove the arm, but the clips expand, so you can just clip it around. Okay. I guess they're like that, then. Sure. So no, overall, I think general reaction, I like where it's going. I like what they did. I'm getting happier and happier with the series. But, I've reached a very zen place when it comes to all of these shows. Star Wars, Marvel, any of them. It's great that they exist. You don't have to love everything 100%. You can find things you like, and you don't have to get angry about the things that you don't like, because there'll be other things. So I'm happy all of these things exist. That is the KX security droid that I got for under $10 on clearance at GameStop. Still can't believe it was going for under $10. What are we going to open next? Let's go for the other clearance thing that I got for under $10. I think this might have even been like $5. Got this. I don't have any other credit collection figures. These are the ones that are based on the coloration you see in the end title artwork in The Mandalorian. So it's supposed to be a stylized paint job on these figures. But if you're just wanting to build out your Tusken Raiders, this is not as stylized as some of the other paint jobs go. So this could easily just fit in as is to a display, or is nice for custom fodder, particularly as, again, under $10. It was hard to pass up. So let's get this thing open. What do we got? Oh, I already took the tape off the back. These are usually taped. The plastic flaps are taped along there, but I took the tape off carefully because I saved the card backs on these as well. So let's carefully remove those. Did you also get that? This is a GameStop exclusive, right? So you got it also at GameStop on clearance. I mean, for the price that they're clearancing these things out on, I think it was under $5. No, I know it was under 10. But I got one of these free because not only were they doing a ridiculously low clearance price on these, but they also were running some kind of promotion where if you buy one clearance item, you get another one free. So again, it was to get both of these figures for under $10. That the KX and this Tusken Raider, I really couldn't pass that up. Man, I have not been interested in getting the credit collection stuff prior. Just not my thing. There are certainly other figures I'd rather get than a stylized paint job on a character that I probably already have in the collection. So, but to each their own. It is nice getting the little credits just as a little fun thing to have. With the rifle out. But yeah, I know I posted when I got this that for anyone who was looking for some custom fodder, getting it at that clearance price would be a good thing. Yeah, what was the what scouts? The scout troopers? I didn't even see those. Were those the anniversary ones? Okay, well, I'm not saving the plastic on this, just the card back, so I don't have to be too delicate getting this out. Yeah, I was very surprised by not only how deep the clearance prices were, but also the fact that even at clearance, some of the stuff just still wasn't selling. That's interesting. It's got, I guess the robes are tucked up and into the plastic robe underneath. So the cloth is tucked up into here, which keeps things a little bit more together and tidy. I remember my other Tusken Raider coming like that. Yeah, it's always good to build out for, again, that inexpensively, some more Tusken Raiders. Oh, the Raya ones from the game. So, basically you got a bunch of scout troopers once you took the extra accessories away from them. That's great. I wish mine had some extra scout troopers now. Let's see. Let's open a non-Star Wars thing real quick. I'm going to blame this on Robo from Fwoosh, as I have already if you've seen my post when I got it. Because he picked this up at Ollie's, the clearance outlet. But this is Man Cake from Fortnite, and this was under $10 for this deluxe figure with a whole bunch of accessories. I couldn't turn this down just because it's such a goofy character, and I do play Fortnite. If you ever seen the live streams that Ken Knapsack does, Ken Knapsack from Force Center and a bunch of other wonderful things. We'll do some live streams occasionally over on his channel, which you should go subscribe to. But we do play Fortnite a bit, and a Pancake Man action figure is something I mean, all of those accessories and that figure for under $10. What? Did they say what? See, now I didn't get a chance to. I missed the pre-order for the Final Duel Vader and the Apo when those went up. So, but considering, I think every pre-order I've done at Target in the past year, I've wound up finding in store first and just picked it up from there and never got a notification about any of those pre-orders coming in. I haven't put too much stock in pre-orders from Target. Yeah, my faith in them when it comes to pre-ordering is nil at this point. But I'm sorry that, I mean, it's always psychologically nice to think, oh, well, I've got it on pre-order. It's secured that I'm going to get it. But the fact that they're canceling them. But what do they show? I think they show, what, a street date of October 1st on those. I just resigned myself to continuing to check in store. I mean, he's stealing pancakes. He's got a money bag full of pancakes with syrup on them. How could I not get this? Yeah, I just my plan is to keep checking with Target and see when they just suddenly appear with no announcement. Same thing that happened with the TVC Boba Fett's. Those comic repaints and the vintage Kenner had to do the exact same thing. Just wait to stumble on them in store. Same thing happened with the Temple of Doom, the Club Obi-Wan, Indiana. And what else? The Cad Bane and Cobb Vanth set. Same thing. Had it on pre-order, saw it in store, figured I can't trust the pre-order. I'll just go ahead and get it in store since I'm seeing it right here. A little syrup. Again, all of this for under $10. I imagine this was probably a $30 set when it came out. Now, the thing I also noticed, I haven't picked up any from there yet, if you have an Ollie's Bayou, is the Hasbro flight stands that are normally, I think, what, $15, $20 if you buy them from Hasbro Pulse. In the Fortnite line, you can buy gliders. And each of the gliders comes with a flight stand. But they're selling those gliders for, I think it's $10 at Ollie's. So if you need some flight stands and you want them cheaper than getting them from Hasbro Pulse, go get those gliders from Ollie's. Okay, I think that's everything out of there. We got the cannon, we got Man Cake, we got his accessories. I know you can do a bunch of different looks for Man Cake. Listen, I still blame Robo for forcing me to get this by letting me know that this was available that cheap at Ollie's. Let's take a look at Man Cake. Means it's got syrup coming down. I mean, it's just fun. This is just a fun figure. I think the hat's removable. I think he has a different. Oh, this is. There we go. This is just a different look. If you don't want the mustache look, then you can use this alternate. Eyes and syrup on top of the stack. But look at all the accessories on this. If you got an Ollie's and you want a man cake, 20 that you would normally spend $30 for $10. No, less. I think it was 7 because they had them on sale. Normally 10 down to 7. So here's man cake. Justin, I still want to know, did did Target give you any reason for canceling the order? Because it's not like they're charging yet. Where are you supposed to go? Do I even want to assemble? There's a nice cannon. They also have the Fortnite sharks. If you want a shark for your collection, those are available at Ollie's as well. Cheap. No reason. That's ridiculous. So are you just assuming? Are you just checking in the store to see when they come in? Here's another. just for display fun. These were $2 at Ollie's. So this is 6-inch scale arcade cabinets, and they come with, I guess, accessories for your Fortnite figures. But if you just want arcade cabinets for a fun display, I would assume that these were probably $10 to $15 at retail, because you get what? The cabinet itself, which is thick plastic. I should take a drink of water. Thick plastic on the arcade cabinet. You get 3 accessories in there and $2. Just a lovely cancellation email. I'll probably walk in on the street date and have to ask an associate. So, well, that's the thing to be careful of with Target, is their stuff, when it arrives, usually comes in before the street date. What I've taken to doing is just calling the store, once or twice a week, just leading up to the release. Because if you look on the listing, it has the DCPI number. All you have to do is give that to an associate, and they can look in the system and say if they're due in, if they have them in the back because they've arrived. If they sold them already, which has happened to me before. That's what I do. But I would certainly start checking before the street date or the announced street date on that listing. I mean, look, those comic versions or the Kenner version of that TVC Boba Fett, they got in, 2 months before the street date? They got into stores unannounced, just showed up. Stores got a case of them and they all went. So it's certainly worth checking. This is a really nice cabinet. So open from the back here. Look, you can, I'm assuming, put your accessories, hang your accessories on there. You got electronic detailing in there. Listen, I don't know what to expect for $2 each on these, but this has exceeded all my expectations. You can certainly use those in your G.I. Joe line. If you want to add some stuff to your accessories for your G.I. Joe Classified. So slurp jar or shields. This is a shield jar. I mean, these are great. Yeah. Well, if you got an Ollie, I may go pick up a couple more of these things. You can store other accessories in there too. It's a lot of storage space. Let's see. Let's see how Tarkin looks in an arcade cabinet. I mean, the scale's perfect. Yeah, I think there was one other style of these that I didn't pick up. What comes in this one? Yeah, yeah, I have no faith. Every time I see something as a Target exclusive, I get just resigned to the idea that it's going to be a nightmare to track down. And a plunger grenade. And a boogie bomb. Oh. What's great about this too, these are just stickers for the cabinet decoration, so you could make this into any game you wanted. Just print out new stickers, customize it however you want, paint it up. Yeah, this is super thick plastic. And look how thick that is. Is it the vintage collection that's the exclusive, or was it the Black Series? Oh, it is the vintage, isn't it? Yes, because I picked that up in store. That came in stock. I'm trying to think which one that I haven't. The Black Series hasn't come in yet. Hey, Leslie. Well, thank you. I hope this continues to be a nice little companion in the background. What are you working on? Project. Just settling in for the evening. Set these things aside. You know what? I'm going to put the man cake accessories in there, so I do not have to keep track of them right now. Wait, those came with the man cake, right? I think those, yes. Those must, oh, these are the caps that hold on the wheels to the cannon. Okay. But this is already performing a great function in organization. Yeah, it's gonna sit over my man cake. Speaking of TVC, I do have some TVC to open. One I already did open, but now I can sort of open it the rest of the way, which is the Tuscan Boba Fett. Oh, I've always been terrified of fountain pens. That just seems like a courting disaster to me, but I've always loved the effect of a good fountain pen. It's a great card back. And that is why I save card backs. Nice. Yeah, I've just the potential mess in filling it, the potential mess in using it, the potential mess of having an accident while using it, just getting ink all over myself and all over things. But I do love people who know how to use it for art and calligraphy, a fountain pen look. is a beautiful thing. So the thing, this is one of the best Tamura Morrison, both head sculpts and paint jobs I think they've ever done. And considering this is in a 3 3/4 inch scale, that is remarkable how good that is. Yeah. Oh no. I definitely if I were ever to dip into that world, I would certainly go for something that provided the least disaster potential. Yeah. Okay, let's get this out. Okay. Put that over there. So he's got a blaster. So I'm assuming he has a holster. Usually, yep, when I get a figure that has a blaster, if he's not going to hold it, first thing I would like to do is put the blaster right into the holster to minimize the chances of losing it. Just deal with it right away, and you don't have to worry about it. But that is a really good TVC figure. Comes with his gaffy stick, his blaster, his rifle. Not going to be able to stand him really well. So I'm just going to set him right there with his stuff. And I do have one more TVC on a regular card that came. So let's open. This was a Walmart exclusive. I hate Target exclusives. Second on my not terribly fond of list is Walmart exclusives. This in the long line of ARC Trooper variants that we're getting. But that's fine. That's fine. Seemingly endless number of different commanders that we can get and have been getting. They do look good. Nice card back from the Clone Wars. I do wish they do an animated style again. Maybe it's like a little subline or something. I do miss how nice those Clone Wars style sculpts were. Does he come with? Oh, so many blasters. He's got 2 pistols and 1 short rifle, or the regular blaster, and then the long rifle. Get this open. Yeah, I do like the look of. I know Doc Hammer loves his pens and is a pen aficionado in that way, and knows how to use them properly. And has one of the best signatures you ever will see. I have a horrible looking signature. Doc Hammer's is a very artistic signature. I am very envious of anyone who can do a really lovely signature. Get those pistols in there. Itty bitty. And usually, so we'll put that on for now. let's let him hold this for now so we know that it's his. And he's just going to have that. Here, can you hold that? Yeah, thank you. Set him over there. Well, he can talk clone stuff together. What else do I have? I have a deluxe TVC. Let's get this deluxe TVC open because I've been waiting to do that as well. This was a Target exclusive. The Book of Boba Fett, Tusken Warrior, and Massive. For the TVC 3 3/4 inch scale. Weird that it is a figure that they had just released on card independently of the Massive. We just got this Tusken Warrior on its own card. Wish they would have included a different Tusken from that massive amount of different Tuskens that we saw and all their various clothing styles in that clan from Book of Boba Fett. But instead, they just gave us one they already gave us. Very odd, rather disappointing choice when we could have had another figure. But I'm the sucker because I got this. So clearly they know how to play poor, dopey fools like me. Yeah, unlike the original release of the Massive in the early 2000s, there's no leash, no cage, nothing. Nothing else except just the Massive. So this overall is a disappointing lack of materials, but I know that the Massive is articulated. So the jaw opens, closes. It's a ball joint for the neck. The original Massive was basically just a PVC figure. A little bit bigger than this. I mean, this is nice. It's one of those things where you go, why did you get that? Why was it that important to get when you already had? Now you have two of this characters. I like the card back, so I like to get the figure on the card back to have that card back. But well, it's just that dopey collector mentality of mine. I likes it, so I gots to get it. Well, I bet with that fancy fountain pen, your signature looks a lot better than mine. Let's see, what else do we have? Let's open a vintage figure that came for the Power of the Jedi line. We got the Royal Decoy. I think this is supposed to be, is it Rabe? As a trade for a race and blame of and peaceful review unfolds, Queen Amidala must appeal to the Senate for help. I think it's Sabe. Sabe. This is Sabe is the decoy. So this is Keira Knightley. This is the 2001 Power of the Jedi line. Will I customize any of these? Maybe the Black Series Tusken Raider. I mean, the only real customizations I tend to do is if the paint is a little too shiny or the plastic is a little too shiny, I will knock that down with a flat spray that just takes that shine off of it, that makes the figure like look super sweaty. So that's a form of customization. That's usually the most I'll do. I'm not like a land speeder Luke who goes in and can do amazing things with customization. Although I'm going to try. I did pick up from Ollie's a few months back an extra Saw Gerrera figure, and I'm going to try Land Speeder Luke's method for customizing that. So sort of make him look a little more like his outfit a bit more weathered. And for 2001, this is a great sculpt. And a really good paint job. I mean, look at the sculpt on the dress for a 2001 figure. I mean, the transition for the figures post episode 1 is a massive step up. In fact, here's the Amidala figure we can put right next to the Royal Decoy. Both from the Power of the Jedi line. Both 2000? 2001. That's 2001. That's 2000. But yeah, these are in sculpt and paint a huge step up. I mean, a tremendous step up from the Power of the Force 2 line. And even a step up from the episode 1 line that had just happened, a year beforehand. Okay. Well, that's open. Like, what else came out in this line? What am I missing? Don't have that FX7. I don't have that Imperial Officer. I don't have that Rebel Trooper. I don't have any of these. I'm missing many from the Power of the Jedi line, but I'm missing all 3 of those other ones that came out in this wave. But that's the good thing about the older figures. You can sort of rectify it when you get super great deals. Speaking of super great deals, got this at a Second and Charles. If you have that. That's sort of Books A Million's outlet trade stores that they have. So you can trade in items. So they have a lot of traded in items and a lot of clearance items and discounts. So this is the Guavian Enforcer from The Force Awakens. And so this would have been a 2015 release. And this was $5. Did not have it already. It's not a character was particularly dying to get or desperately needed, but $5 to pick it up was worth doing. Also, I guess I got it that $5, something I traded in to Second and Charles, so it was not out of pocket. Huge difference. That's a lot of wash on this figure, particularly compared to how they're seemingly doing very little wash today on the Black Series figures. Yeah, that's the sound of that plastic packaging. You don't get that from tissue paper. Put this box back together. Okay, that's together. That's over there now. It gets to live over there. So it comes with 2 weapons. And it's an interesting character design. It does look like it would fit more in with the G.I. Joe line than Star Wars. Just doesn't feel terribly Star Wars to me. Well, he's just gonna hold that for now. Not gonna mess with that hand. Oh, okay. You're gonna lay over here too. I'm not even gonna try and stand you up. What else have we got? I open that. Oh, let's do another Ollie's purchase. Another discount. Classic Comics Black Panther figure. Under $10. But I do love this classic comic design. And it will go really great with my Fantastic Four figures. I mean, we can never be too sure that anything isn't just two Jawas in a trench coat. Always be suspicious that it's just two Jawas in a trench coat. That's, I think, the Build-A-Figure piece that I do not need because I am not gonna be building that Build-A-Figure. Slide him out. Oh yeah, that's a classic. That is an old school comics Black Panther. I think he comes with a Build-A-Figure piece and an alternate set of hands, I believe. Marvel Legends is really good for coming with alternate hands and head sculpts. I wish that we got more of that out of Star Wars line. Yep, there's the Build-A-Figure piece we will not be using. Yep, alternate pair of fists for Black Panther. Put this box back together. And I do appreciate everyone who has been watching this live, and I appreciate anyone who's watching this later, some other time. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, that'd be appreciated. You could also like the video. That would be appreciated as well. There's also a tip button down the links that you can use. Amazon wish list is there as well as the link to Patreon. All things that would be swell if you would consider. I'm going to open this. This is ARC Trooper 5's Walmart exclusive. Speaking of dreaded Walmart exclusives, this whole wave was just a pain. Fives and the season 2 Bad Batch figures all coming just from Walmart. I'm dealing with that. I know a lot of people were not even getting the fives. They were having their pre-orders canceled. So I know that turned into a whole thing for folks. I had to pick up fives from the floor. He fell down. Okay. Let's get him open. Okay. Sorry, Leslie. I just saw your question. So, in the Marvel Legends line, each of the figures in a way, let me find that Black Panther box. I can actually show you better on the box. In any given wave, in order to make an additional figure available to folks of a character, but also as a way to incentivize people to buy an entire wave of figures, they will include. So here's the wave of the figures. You have 6 figures in this wave: Namor, Marvel's Nakia, Okoye, Tutaraze, Black Panther, and Everett Ross. Each of those figures come with one of the pieces of this Atuma figure. And if you get all 6 of the figures in that wave, then you'd be able to assemble another figure. So it's like getting a bonus figure for getting the entire wave. If you don't get the entire wave, then you just have loose parts of figures sitting around. But, they're not charging anything more for having that extra piece of figure. So it's a good way to get an extra figure, incentivize people to get an entire wave of a character they might even, not even release separately otherwise. Sometimes with some of these, or if it's a huge character, like sometimes it'll be like Kingpin or the Hulk that are the Build-A-Figure, or Sasquatch, ones that are big, massive characters. And so it'd be super expensive if you even were to try and buy those as a separate figure. Instead, you get to build it with the wave. So I kind of wish they would do that with Star Wars. That'd be fun. I mean, they did in the past. They had that Build-A-Droid where you get droid pieces with the 3 3/4 scale line back in the end of the 2000s. But they have not done it since. I do not. The only figure pieces I have right now are the ones that I managed to get all the pieces for figures I wanted to have. All my loose pieces I actually sold to my local comic book shop. It was good. I got trade to be able to get stuff at the comic shop, and they have loose pieces now to either assemble figures for folks or have loose pieces if someone goes in, hey, I just need this piece to finish my figure. Do you have that piece? So it's better than them all, like you said, just sort of sitting in a tub full of loose pieces. Let's get this ARC Trooper 5s out. Okay, slide up. Is he gonna pop out of there? There we go. Got that. It's so easy to miss pieces. And after, was it Luke or Mike Case? Landspeeder Luke or Mike Case? I think it was Landspeeder Luke that accidentally threw out one of his Indiana Jones bits. So I always want to. Yeah, the Build-A-Droid was fun. I wish they would bring that back because there are a lot of droids they could do that with. And like I said, it incentivizes you. Just as pistols. It incentivizes you to get the entire wave of figures. So it's good for them. It's good for collectors. But sadly, it seems it's only in the Marvel Legends line. At least it exists there. Okay, close that box and move that box over there. So he's got nothing but the blasters then. But I do really like these. There's something about these ARC Trooper figures. Just the paint jobs on them. They're not, I know people have pointed out they're sometimes not 100% accurate, sometimes glaringly not 100% accurate to how they're supposed to be in some of the details, but still is a nice overall feel to them. And got great sculpts under them. So you can see, like on this, you can see a little bit of shininess to the plastic. And this is a thing that I might use the matte spray to sort of knock that back. So you don't get that shine on it. But that was something I will give entire credit to exposing me to doing that technique to land speeder Luke. See, I love just how much personality you can give a figure just with a little bit of posing. Stand fine. Yeah, I mean, look at, that was what, a couple of seconds worth of posing for that. Move Black Panther off to the side. There we go. Okay. My favorite droid. I mean, it's boring, but R2. Go with R2. Coming fast up in the ranks would be Chopper, just because he is bonkers. He does look like he's wearing rugby socks. A lot of character to him. But now we can compare him. Let's look at a rather straightforward clone commando with no deco. Nothing fancy paint wise. Of course, this clone commando sort of exists in that period post start of the Empire. So all of the individualization of the clones was taken away. Okay, so this one, it looks like we're probably going to have to, let's see, can we get this to clear? I just don't like tearing the cardboard if I don't have to. If you're wondering why I don't just rip it. There we go. Okay. He has a little bit more accessory-wise than fives. Let's go ahead and just put the box back in, just to get it out of the way. May have to clear some of this stuff off the desk. Yeah, R2, it's hard not to choose. For me, R2 is just the go-to for favorite. His backpack, separate compartment. Okay, so he doesn't have any pistols, anything. It's just the blaster and the pack. That makes it simple. Put this tissue paper back in the box. I do like that the tissue paper all along has had the logos printed on it. So it is Star Wars tissue paper. It's got a nice metallic paint job on the visor. But this is I think the Clone Commando stuff we've seen in the past, just now just undecorated. And it's nice to have with the rest of the figures. Certainly not going to be on my list of favorite clone armors. Oh. Don't have that foot positioned terribly well. There we go. Oh, you're gonna fall. You're gonna fall. You're gonna fall. You're gonna fall. Don't fall. Yeah. There we go. Sorry, I just got a message. Okay. So let's go on. I'm going to move the Guava Droid. And let's move this arcade cabinet out of the way. Because we're going to get into some Bad Batch. Starting with the Season 2 Hunter. Been looking forward to these. And I enjoyed the Bad Batch. I thought the Season 2, the new deco, was well done. And I think Hunter, unfortunately, suffers with the head sculpt, the hair having to accommodate being able to put the helmet on it. So much like the Bo-Katan Black Series figure, it lays kind of too flat. It doesn't have much body to it. But I think, thankfully, I have not quite crossed the bridge into getting custom heads just because it's expensive. As it's labor intensive. It takes an artist to not only print out a custom head after having designed a custom head, but also, if you want it done right, to have a nice paint job on it. So, it costs what it costs because that is the artistic labor involved in it. But I have not been able to get to the point of having the disposable income to, because I would go. I mean, there are so many great head sculpts and painters out there, customizers doing amazing work. And I don't think I could stop getting customs if I started. So I have to find ways to be happy with what we get. But sometimes with little tweaks, like doing that matte spray. Honestly, the shininess sort of bothers me the most when it is present on some of the figures. And thankfully, that is rectifiable. So these pistols. There's pistols there. And how they packaged his knife to keep it flat. Little bespoke piece of cardboard. Okay. Until you're done. Your box is closed. And over there. Okay. Let's take a look at Hunter. So you can see the hair is a little flat to the head as compared to the animation model. But that's the compromise. Well, Stormtrooper armor should be shiny. Oh, certainly if they just remove that helmet, they certainly isn't going to be sweaty under there. You can certainly definitely justify that. But yeah, I mean, this is already a tight fit to get his helmet on. So you can see why they had to sacrifice the body of the hair and make it lay a little flatter in order to get that helmet on. So you can always understand why the sacrifices are made. Little compromises here and there in sculpts. But, I'm very much someone who likes things to be as accurate as possible, if at all possible. So, back in my brain, it does bother me a little bit. But in the grand scheme of things, it's nothing to lose sleep over at all. Because it's just a toy. Well, it's a snug fit for the backpack, which is good. just for now, while he's on the desk, I'm going to leave the helmet on. Let's see, can we get him to stand? Come on, Hunter. You can do it. That pack is just very heavy. There we go. It's blocking me, but that's no problem. No L'Oreal shoots for them. Maybe it's Maybelline. But I also did just get a timer warning that I have to go do something in about 15 minutes. So we're going to rocket through the rest of these figures. Next up, we've got Echo. So weird, a character never thought see the return of. And then when he did return, became part of the Bad Batch. And then now we got 3 different Echo figures. We've got 2 Bad Batch Echo figures, one in his original outfit, and now one in the season 2. But we also got the ARC Trooper Echo figure that they put out in the Target exclusive Black Series. So now we got tons of Echoes. We got echoes of Echoes. Okay, got that. Let's get his accessories open. So we got his pack. Is that all that was in there? And then now we have his blasters. Is that no? He's got some tools in that, right? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to be a little more careful with this. I want to miss. Does he have just one blast? Oh yeah, I guess he would have just one. Okay, nothing else. Oh, it's okay. I'm confusing. It's tech that has the extra tools. I need to be sure that I do not lose. Okay. Let's get Echo. Echo's got the helmet that's difficult to remove. Do I even do it right now? No. I'm going to leave it on there for now. What I've seen is head sculpt. It's the same as what we got originally. Weird that he just has the unkeyed peg and hole, whereas you saw with Hunter had the shaped peg. Which made it much more secure in there. A little bit tighter fit. Rock that ankle so it lays flat. There we go. Echo right there. And, while I have space, before I open these last 2, I will, because I'm not going to open this, but I will say, for anyone who wants to go to Ollie's, for $10, they have a Squirrel Girl figure that comes with a scooter. I already had one of these, but I got a second one because, again, $10. But the one I had previously, Admiral Akbar is riding it on my shelf. Also comes with a bunch of squirrels. So, yeah, if you have an Ollie's, go get yourself a $10 Squirrel Girl, squirrels, and scooter. So your Akbar can ride in style as well and live the fun life that he deserves for avoiding all of those traps. Let's get this tech open. Yeah, Ollie's, it seems, is also getting their holiday stuff in. So now's a good time to swing by if there's anything that you didn't pick up originally at retail that might just show up at Ollie's at a ridiculous discount. I find it's always worth a swing by just to see what they may have there, because there are figures that I never thought that I'd pick up, or I certainly wasn't going to pick up for the original retail price, that when you see it at a 70% discount at Ollie's, you kind of go, well, I think I'll pick that up. Now it has reached the threshold of making sense to pick up. This is the one I was most looking forward to, because the original Bad Batch Tech figure didn't have his goggles on, his glasses, which is an integral part of Tech's appearance, and he just looked weird without them. And certainly sculpting and executing goggles in any sort of toy scale is difficult. They don't scale well. They usually look too chunky and awkward in a toy scale. So I can understand the reticence to try and do it, but from what I've seen, and we'll look at in a second once I get this other bag open, I think they pulled it off quite well in this scale. Okay, so this is where all the little fiddly bits are. We got that blaster. We got antennas. Yeah, this is the thing where you can very easily accidentally throw something on or lose it. Okay, nothing else is in the pouch. Let's hold that. Get that newspaper back and put that away. Yeah, can't get the fake Wings song out of my head. If you know, you know. Did I not put this thing? Okay. So I'm putting the box back together. Okay, let's look at this tech. So not only do we get his goggles, but they even did it with plastic in them. Are they perfect? No. Are they pretty darn good? Yes. Are they better than not having them? Most definitely. Yeah, I'm not going to put his helmet on for now. I'm going to let him sit with that. I'm not going to put his tools on just yet. I'm going to just set those over there, because I got to get my last figure out. And while I grab that, I want to thank you again for watching this last-minute impromptu Open Chat. There are plenty of other episodes of Open Chat with a lot of great guests I had to talk to. John Hodgman's been on, Matt Fraction, Chip Zdarsky, Mike Case, Hal Lublin, Joseph Scrimshaw, Ken Knapsack. Wonderful. And that's just the Open Chat conversations, where it's just me opening figures while we have a conversation. There's also Force 5. If you're not familiar with that, that's where I have guests on and we talk about their 5 favorite Star Wars figures, collectibles, whatever. Wonderful conversations on there as well. You can check out all of that stuff here on my channel. Please consider subscribing. Hit the like button. I have a Patreon link in the description, as well as a tipping link and an Amazon wish list. And I really appreciate the folks who have gotten stuff off of that. I have a Patreon link as well. And I would really appreciate that support there. Trying to reach a goal. I think I'm going to be doing some giveaways soon. If you have a copy of The Art of DuckTales, the art book for the 2017, the one that I helped put together with the cast and crew behind the show, I'm going to be doing a giveaway soon based on when I reach I'll announce all the details soon. So you will see that. But basically, I got some very, very nice signed stuff that I'll be giving away when I reach a few subscriber thresholds, not only here on YouTube, but also on Blue Sky. If you want to go follow me there, I'm Ken Plume on Blue Sky. Instagram, Insta Ken Plume. Follow me there. So yeah, I'm going to be doing giveaways, a few different giveaways on all those platforms that'll be open to anyone who's following me on the different platforms. So more details on that soon. Keep an eye out for that. And some great guests coming up. If you're a fan of the Venture Brothers, some fun open chats coming up there. Also have variation on open chat that'll be coming soon, and maybe some bit of a chats. I don't know if you're familiar with bit of a chat. That's the show I did or technically still doing for the past 15 years, where I think there's like 500 something episodes, and talk to a whole bunch of different guests. And there's some exclusives coming to my Patreon of interviews that I've done over the years that never got published. So if you're a fan of Deep Space Nine, Star Trek, a bunch of cast interviews that I did that never saw the light of day, that are now going to be there as exclusives for my patrons. And if you would like to become a patron at even the $1 level, you get access to all of my audio exclusives that are on there. So go check it out if you'd like. I'd like if you'd be interested in checking it out. That'd be fun. But all that stuff exists there. But again, thank you just regardless for watching. I do appreciate it. Okay. I got everything out. So this is the last one we're opening for the night. This is Wrecker. Unfortunately, we don't have the entirety of the Bad Batch, the new releases, because while these were all Walmart exclusives for the batch themselves, unfortunately, for some reason, Omega was a separate mainline release, which means that she released to all the other retailers, which is good. I wish the Bad Batch was that way. But that means she's not out yet. So here we have everyone but the Omega to fill out this set. So there's Wrecker, featuring, I think, still one of the best sculpts, most character-filled sculpts in the Black Series line. There's just a lot of personality in that sculpt. And a great season 2 outfit. I mean, that's head sculpt so good that I don't like to use the helmet, but the helmet's great. So we won't for now. He's got his big old blaster. He's got his pack. Let me put his pack on just so I don't confuse it with Tex when I put Tex on. He's got his big old knife. Put that in there. That's how it, right? What? How should that go? Yeah, that's right? Yeah. Well, if I got it wrong, someone will tell me. But there, we got Wrecker. Yeah, there's our batch. It's all the stuff we've opened. In fact, I'm gonna have Wrecker off to the side. Well, hey, Sean, you come in just at the very end. How are you doing? Look at these. Look at these great. I hope you were able to order these. The Walmart exclusive second season Bad Batch. I mean, that is a much better. I was just saying earlier. I don't know if you were here. Much better tech now that he has the goggles. The paint jobs are all great. They're not the same sculpts from the original releases. Uh, and I was mentioning for displays for your 6-inch figures, Ollie's for $2 is selling these Fortnite arcade cabinets that come with accessories, but they're 6-inch scale. So you can customize them to whatever games you want. And for your displays, just have your figures playing arcade games if you'd like. Well, oh, what was it? Yeah, so the good thing about that is you can just at least swap the head if you want to keep your first season ones on display, but at least you'll get the goggles. So he looks like Tech. So you have that option with them. Yeah, the arcade's great. It was definitely worth the $2 to get it from Ollie's. So you'll have to make another Ollie's run. I was mentioning that, and the $7 man cake figure, deluxe figure that you can also get from Ollie's now. You know, if you want a pancake man, because who doesn't want a pancake figure dressed up like a cowboy? I don't know. I don't know who wouldn't want that. Not me, says I, because I got it. Once again, hit subscribe, hit that like button, Patreon, Amazon wish list, the tipping link, all that stuff is in the description. It's appreciated. Thank you very much. There are more wonderful episodes of Open Chat and Force 5 and Bit of a Chat coming soon, so don't miss out on any of them. I've been Ken Plume in here. Hi, over here. And yeah, some more fun stuff soon. And I will talk to you then. Thanks, everyone, for watching, either now or in the future. And yeah, you need to go look, Sean. But thanks, everyone. And you know what, Sean? I'll see you this Sunday at the shop. Bye, everybody. Oh, and go to Memory Lane Comics in Wilmington, North Carolina. Best comic shop. Best I've been in. My favorite. My LCS. Go to it. Go see all the great stuff they have. But bye, everybody. Bye. Bye. Click, clickety click. And goodbye.